Behind the crown, behind the headlines, and behind the fairy tale image, lived a woman who changed the world forever. She wasn't just a princess, she was a voice for the voiceless, a mother, and a global icon. Today, we uncover the inspiring yet tragic story of Lady Diana Spencer, the People's Princess. Diana Frances Spencer was born on July 1, 1961, into an aristocratic British family at Park House in Sandringham. She grew up surrounded by wealth but not always happiness. Her parents' troubled marriage and eventual divorce deeply affected young Diana. As a child, she was shy and sensitive, but she had a natural kindness. Teachers described her as caring and deeply compassionate. At just 16, she left school and began working jobs like a kindergarten assistant. Nobody knew that this ordinary young girl was about to enter one of the world's most famous royal families. In 1980, Diana caught the eye of Prince Charles, the heir to the British throne. The royal family saw her as the perfect bride, young, elegant, and from noble lineage. On July 29, 1981, the world watched in awe as Diana walked down the aisle of St. Paul's Cathedral in a gown with a 25-foot train. The wedding was watched by over 750 million people worldwide. It seemed like a fairy tale, but behind the scenes, cracks were already forming. Diana instantly became a global sensation. She wasn't just a princess, she was a fashion icon. Every outfit she wore made headlines. But her most important role was as a mother. In 1982, she gave birth to Prince William, and in 1984, Prince Harry. Unlike traditional royals, Diana broke the rules. She hugged her children in public, took them to amusement parks, and even sent them to regular schools. She wanted William and Harry to experience life beyond palace walls. For Diana, motherhood was always more important than royalty. Diana used her fame to shine a light on issues many ignored. She was one of the first public figures to shake hands with an AIDS patient without gloves, at a time when fear and stigma surrounded the disease. She also worked with leprosy patients and tirelessly supported charities for the homeless and children. Perhaps her most famous campaign was against landmines. In 1997, she walked through a minefield in Angola to raise awareness. That single act pressured governments worldwide to sign the Ottawa Treaty, banning landmines. Diana wasn't just a princess, she was a humanitarian who redefined what royalty could mean. Yet, behind the smiles, Diana's life was filled with pain. Her marriage to Prince Charles was troubled from the start, with reports of infidelity and emotional distance. She later admitted she suffered from bulimia, depression, and loneliness inside the palace walls. In 1996, Diana and Charles officially divorced, making her the most famous divorced woman in the world. But instead of fading away, Diana became even more powerful on her own. Her humanitarian image grew stronger than ever. Princess Diana visited Pakistan multiple times during the 1990s, mainly to support humanitarian causes and especially to help Imran Khan's Khakat Khanum Memorial Cancer Hospital in Lahore. At that time, Imran Khan had recently retired from cricket and was dedicating himself to building Pakistan's first cancer hospital in memory of his late mother. Diana and Imran Khan had known each other since the 1980s through social circles in London. Both were well-known public figures in Britain. When Imran and his wife Jemima Goldsmith, whom he married in 1995, were campaigning to raise funds for the hospital, Diana decided to support them. Her presence brought global attention to the project, and her visits helped generate significant donations. Diana made high-profile trips to Lahore in 1996 and again in 1997, where she visited the Khakat Khanum Hospital. She was seen with Imran Khan and Jemima, visiting patients and showing her compassion, which the media widely covered. Pictures of Diana with the Khan family became iconic, showing her in traditional Pakistani attire, warmly interacting with locals. Her support played a major role in boosting the hospital's credibility and international awareness. Diana and Jemima reportedly had a friendly bond. Being a young British woman who had married into a very different culture, Jemima found Diana's advice comforting. Some reports suggest Diana even guided Jemima on how to handle constant media pressure and life under the spotlight. Diana's visit to Pakistan is remembered as a symbol of her humanitarian spirit. She wasn't there for royal duties but as a friend and supporter of a cause. On August 31, 1997, tragedy struck. Diana died in a car crash in Paris while being pursued by paparazzi. She was only 36 years old. The news devastated the world. Over 2.5 billion people watched her funeral on television. Millions of flowers covered the gates of Kensington Palace. Her death raised questions about the pressures of fame, the role of the paparazzi, and the loneliness of being in the spotlight. Even after her tragic death in 1997, Imran Khan publicly acknowledged how much her support had meant for his hospital project. Diana's legacy continues to shape the world. Here are some little-known facts about her. She once worked as a nanny and dance teacher before marrying into royalty. Diana was called Shy D by the media because of her soft-spoken nature. She secretly visited hospitals and shelters at night without cameras, just to help people. Her charity work against landmines was continued by Prince Harry years later. Today, her sons William and Harry often say they still feel her guiding presence in their lives. Diana proved that true royalty is not about crowns and castles, but about compassion and humanity. Princess Diana's life was like a fairy tale with a tragic ending. Yet, in just 36 years, she touched more lives than most could in a lifetime. She taught the world that kindness is the greatest form of power. And that is why Lady Diana will forever remain the people's princess. If you found Diana's story as inspiring as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories of legendary personalities.